Hello, beautiful people. My name is OyinFunmide, and welcome to Reality Unboxed by OyinFunmide. Reality Unboxed by OyinFunmide is a podcast where we talk about real life stories, life lessons, and also to share motivational and inspiring content. Thank you for joining my podcast. This is a solo podcast. Let's take it back to 15, 20 years ago. This really traumatized me as a child. It's still happening, but maybe because I've outgrown so many things, I really do not let things bother me anymore. So I think maybe because of that, I really do not pay attention to people like that anymore. So yeah, so let's dive in. I've had issues with people over the years, and genuinely, these people did bad things to me. Maybe because I'm someone who doesn't really talk, or I don't say bad things about people. I don't go around bad mouthing people when I have a fallout. But you see, these people go around to share a side of the story that so much pleases them. And unfortunately for me, people tend to believe these people. And the next thing I'm seeing is these people are giving me attitude, they are judging me, they believed what the other party has told them without even asking me. When you what really transpired between you and this person, they fault me like they trust this other person. I just don't believe in going around telling people why I had a fallout with somebody. What I have issues with is because this person came to tell you their side of the story first, you believed them. You didn't even bother to come around to say, Oyin, I trust you. I know you wouldn't have done this. Before Oyin can get really angry, this person must have really done something to offend her. I'll give you an example. I had a fallout with a friend some years back, and this friend went around telling people a side of the story, all right? While I kept my cool, but I told myself right there and then that I'm done with this person. There's no going back, right? But those people she went ahead to talk to, to share whatever happened with, they stopped talking to me, they came to a conclusion that Oyin is a bad person. But unfortunately for them, what they don't know is that people who are quick to share their side of the story when there's a fallout are usually the people who want sympathy, pity, I don't go around telling people things that happened between me and somebody. We stop talking, and that's it. When people are quick to going about trying to tell people, I had issues with Oyinlola. Do you know what she did? She did this, she did that. If I open my mouth to tell you what this person did to me, are you sure you would be ready to like say the exact same thing you said when they told you about me? Are you sure you'll be willing to tell them even worse when you get to know the true picture? I just laugh most times when people come to me and say, Oyin Lola, somebody said, this person said you did this. I'm like, sorry, did you even know what happened? And you see people who tell lies when they are trying to narrate a story. They piss me off. They get on my last nerve. Like, just say it as it is. Why should you add? Because you want pity, you want sympathy. Why should you add? Like, why would you even want to do that? Anyway, that's not why I'm here. Why I'm here today is to tell somebody right there that you don't have to bad mouth people when you have a fallout. Sharing your side of the story when there's a fallout. Ensure you tell the story accurately and always remember the good somebody has done for you regardless of the fallout. There's always something really positive about that other party. All right. When you hear me the first time, I might even be the one to apologize to you. When you do it the second time, I'm giving you excuses for your actions and all of that. But it got to a point in my life where I just had to call myself, Onyolakwa, sit down. What's going on with you? Why are you always the one trying to please people, you're trying to mend, relationships. I have done a lot of things for people. And when I sit down and I remember, or I try to like reminisce over these things, I ask myself a question. Why have I been so unlucky that I do things for people, but they don't give a hoot about me? Like they don't care. This is something that really, really traumatized me. And I'm sharing it with you because I have gotten to that point where I don't think anything really should bother me. Honestly, I'll just go quiet. Like, it happens when there are no expectations from people. I think that is where the peace of mind is. When I got to that point, I really found so much peace. And to everyone who has fallen out of a relationship, a friendship, I want you to know that there's always something positive about that person. There was a time in your relationship or friendship that this person was like the best thing that has happened to you since sliced bread. But the moment you guys fall out, they become the most terrible person on earth. And when you are sharing whatever transpired between both of you, you are adding some really bad comments about them. I mean, it's really not necessary. And I don't think it is fair on anyone, because if I had a chance to share the experience I had with people versus the story they told people, you would sit down and say stuff like, "Oh, Lola, you really endured a lot." All right, but not everybody has that time to come out and be talking about, do you know what this person did to me? This was what she did. Oh, it was really terrible. I mean, there was a lot of stories flying around. I was like, sorry, really? Did I do all of that? But I mean, I just let people share their side of the story. Insofar it helps them sleep well at night. I mean, I do not have issues with that. But what I have issues with is when you're sharing your side of the story, don't tell lies. And when you hurt people, don't give them a duration of when they should heal. You cannot dictate for anyone, I've apologized to you, then you should get over it, yeah, almost immediately. No, you can't hurt someone and expect them to move on. Not everybody has the same pace of moving on. So whatever it is you're doing, don't find yourself in that situation where you have to apologize. Just do things, just do it right by people. All right. Like I said earlier on, people who are quick to share their side of the story most times are the culprits. But because the other party has decided to be mature about the whole thing, does not mean they are stupid. You people should stop with the narratives, all right? Until next time, I love you.